Hello guys, welcome to another Mina's Corner video. In this video today, I'm showing you how I make my bitter leaf soup, which the Igbos call ofe onugbo. I love this soup so much and I don't even mind eating it all the time. So I don't know, I think I lost some clips in this video, but right here what I'm doing is I'm mixing the achi with some water from my meat stock. At this point, I'd already boiled my meat, my fish, my pomo, and everything that I want to use to make the soup. I've added in oil as well, palm oil, and I also added in some pepper and crayfish as well at this point. So I think I lost that part of the clip. Anyway, so what I'm doing here is I'm mixing my achi with some of the water from the meat, or from the meat stock, however you want to call it. So you can use different thickness for this soup depending on what you find in your environment. You can use achi, you can use cocoyam, you can use yam, that's pounded yam. You can pound yam and cut them into bit pieces and add it to the water or the meat stock. Yeah, so that's what I just did. I'm using achi because that's what I have. If I was somewhere I could find cocoyam, I would use cocoyam. I also like using cocoyam as well, but it doesn't really matter whatever it is you choose to use. So after adding the achi, I covered and allowed it to boil for some minutes, and now it's thick, as you can see, and it's thick, very thick, and you can try to add water if you like. It depends on what you prefer. If you want it as thick as this, you can leave it, and if you like, you can as well add some water to it. I would add water to this. I just added in a little bit of salt because I did not add salt initially, aside from the one I used to boil the meat. So I'm just tasting it here to see if I need to add more salt or whatever it is. Then I added in some water as well, just like what you see in the video. I'm going to stir this and cover it to allow it to boil for some minutes. Okay, I added in some crayfish powder as well. One other thing I like to add to onugbo soup is ogiri. Oh my god, the ogiri takes the soup to another level, trust me. But when I made this soup, I did not have any ogiri. But if you have ogiri, if you can lay your hands on ogiri, please add it to this soup. Takes it to a whole nother level. Like, it makes it really delicious. So I just added in some bitter leaf. This bitter leaf I use here is dried bitter leaf. So I had soaked this bitter leaf prior to when I started making this soup. I made sure I soaked this bitter leaf for somewhere close to 4 to 5 hours with hot boiling water to remove whatever bitter taste might be in the bitter leaf. So if you're using fresh leaf, you can wash and then soak it with hot boiling water to remove whatever bitter taste might be in the bitter leaf. Some people would say that when you add bitter leaf to soup that you shouldn't stir it. I think to an extent maybe that's correct if the bitter leaf is still bitter, but this bitter leaf I used is not even bitter at all, because another thing you can do is to soak it with boiling water, or to put it in boiling water, or to add boiling water to the leaf and cover it. That also takes out whatever bitter taste might be left in the bitter leaf. That's after you have washed it. I hope I'm making sense anyways. So yes, so this one I used here is not bitter because I had soaked it in boiling water for about 4 hours prior to when I started cooking this soup. So yes, it's not bitter at all. So after adding it, I tasted to see if I needed to add any more seasoning, which it was fine. I just added in some water because I noticed it was too thick. This is up to you, however you want, or however thick you want the soup to be. It's really fine, by it's up to you however you want it. So I don't want it to be too thick and I don't want it to be too runny as well. I just want it in between. And then add in more crayfish. You want to be very generous with the amount of crayfish you use for this soup, trust me, because your neighbors, they will come and knock on your door with plates and ask you, please, oh, what are you cooking? Oh, that thing you are cooking, I want it. That's how much crayfish takes it to another level. It makes the aroma very, very nice. So you want to be very generous with the amount of crayfish that you use for this soup. This soup is very, very nice. I don't know, Sha, but for me, I really like it. So I'm just going to cover this and allow it to cook so that the bitter leaf becomes soft. And that's it. Our soup is ready at this point, and it looks so good, and it also tastes so good, and it smells really, really good. You want to give this soup a try if you haven't, and if you've tried the soup before, please leave a comment in the comment section telling us how nice this soup is or what you think about this soup. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.